In the middle of one of the biggest uprisings Iran has seen in decades, this single image exploded across the internet. A young woman lighting up Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei's picture with a cigarette. It's defiant, it's symbolic, and it has become the defining visual of Iran's 2025-26 protest wave. So how did we get here? It started on December 28, 2025, not with politics, but with money. The Iranian rial completely collapsed, hitting around 1.4 to 1.5 million to the dollar. Inflation soared past 40%. Food, medicine, fuel. Basics became impossible for millions. Here's what that kind of economic freefall looks like. What began as economic anger very quickly became something much bigger. A direct challenge to the Islamic Republic itself. The most serious since the 1979 revolution. Across more than 280 cities and every single province, people are doing things that were unthinkable just years ago. Burning dozens of mosques, even in the holy city of Mashhad. Defying hijab laws in public. Tearing down the regime's flag and raising the old pre-1979 Lion and Sun banner. Clearly, this isn't just about fixing prices or policies anymore. Protesters, bazaar merchants, students, workers, the urban middle class are rejecting the entire system. Clerical rule, political Islam as enforced by the state, decades of repression tied to economic failure. Here's how widespread it is right now. The regime's response? Brutal. Live ammunition on crowds, raids on hospitals, thousands arrested. Human rights groups say more than 500 people have been killed, but some claim the number could be well above 12,000. And that number keeps rising. The government also shut down the entire internet, and they've even managed to jam Starlink signals with Russian or Chinese tech as per reports. This is not the first time such protests are happening in Iran. Iran has erupted before. In 2009's Green Movement over disputed election results and in 2022's Women Life Freedom protests following the death of Mahsa Amini in morality police custody. Those movements were powerful but eventually suppressed. Now what makes today's unrest different is scale and social reach. Outside Iran, the stakes are huge. Raza Pahlavi, son of the last Shah, is openly calling for regime change. The US has voiced support for the protesters and hinted at possible action. Iran has already threatened retaliation. The region is on edge. For India, a country with deep-rooted energy, strategic and economic ties to Tehran, including key projects like the Chabahar port, the escalating unrest in Iran presents a delicate balancing act between long-standing partnerships and core democratic values. New Delhi's response has been characteristically measured and non-interventionist, prioritizing the safety of its roughly 10,000 nationals and people of Indian origin in Iran through a travel advisory issued on January 5 and then on January 14, urging them to avoid non-essential travel to the country, steer clear of protest areas, exercise due caution, and stay updated via the Indian embassy in Tehran. With the situation remaining highly fluid, contingency measures like potential evacuations are being kept ready if conditions worsen further. So what happens next? Analysts see a few paths: crushing repression, a long stalemate, cosmetic reforms, or a legitimacy crisis deep enough to force real change. One thing is already clear: Iran just can't go back to business as usual. Too many people have decided the status quo is no longer acceptable. The world is watching through smuggled videos, Starlink connections, and viral images. And this time, silence isn't an option. If you found this video insightful, do let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Until next time, this is Richa Devedi signing off.